Welcome to Mornings with Mr. Kolton and Nick.
Okay, welcome back to Mornings with Mr. Kolton. Today we are going to be putting the eggs into the incubator and starting out the process. How long is it going to take? Do you remember?
21 days.
That's right, 21 days. How many weeks is that?
Almost 2? No, 3.
It's 3 weeks, exactly. So we're marking the date. Today is April 15th. And but before we do that, because that's only going to take a couple minutes, we should know kind of what's going to happen and why we're doing it and all about eggs and all that kind of stuff. So first thing I think we should do, we've used them in cooking a lot. I think we should break an egg.
Okay. This is not one of the eggs that we're putting in the incubator, because if you did break one, that would just be a waste.
It's true. The ones that we're going to put in the incubator are fertilized.
Yes.
That means a rooster and a hen got together and they fertilized the eggs and they can grow into chickens.
Here are the fertilized eggs.
Yeah, you want to open it up and show them what it looks like? These are really cool because they are all different types. We're so used to brown and white eggs that we forget that there are all kinds of chickens.
There are green ones. There are sort of like brownish, like they're pale. And there are some dark browns. And there is one white. So we have all the colors of the, like all our chickens are black. No, are brown.
We've got a brown, white, and a kind of a gray chicken.
Yeah, and that lays sort of these eggs. So I kind of hope that we get 4 more Hawkeyes.
That would be cool. Yeah, who knows?
This is a non-fertilized egg.
Yes, from
Safeway.
Safeway. Perfect.
So can I crack it?
First, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as you'll notice, an egg is not a perfect oval.
No.
So it's got a pointy end and it's got a round bottom end. And that's important because that's going to come into play when we are putting them into the incubator.
I'll crack the egg. So, I'm going to crack it into a glass because we don't have any small bowls. If you don't have any small bowls, use a glass. So, the yellow part in the egg, that is called the yolk. The kind of oozy mucus one is the egg white.
That's right. There's a fancy name for it, though. Do you know it?
No.
The fancy name for the egg white is called albumin. Take a look at that egg and tell me, what else do you see?
Ooh, there's like some stuff that's hanging off the yolk.
That's right. A lot of people don't notice that because once you cook the egg, that kind of disappears. You can see inside that there's this little white part that's attached to the yolk on either side. That's got a funny name. That's called the chlatza.
Chlatza.
And to be honest, it is just egg white. But as it goes through the chicken, it spins before it even gets the shell on it. As it's moving its way through the chicken, it's spinning. And as it spins, the fibers of the egg whites actually kind of start to swirl together and they make kind of like a little rope.
And I always wonder, how does a chicken even get the shell in her body? Like how?
Oh, well, the shell doesn't even come till later. First, it starts in her ovaries.
Mm-hmm.
In her ovaries, that's where the yolk is made. It gets released into kind of this tube-like system called the oviduct.
Mm-hmm.
And it just works its way through.
Mm-hmm.
And as it works its way through, the egg white gets attached to it and starts spinning. And the yolk is spinning and the egg white is spinning and it's kind of twisting and it's making the chlatza. And then it doesn't actually start forming the shell, then it starts forming the membrane, which is kind of like the balloon around it.
Oh.
That's inside an egg. There's this membrane. It's almost like
it's
the
like
skin.
if you ever crack an egg and it's not completely cracked, and you see like, you think, oh, it's not completely cracked. What happened?
And it's still holding together
yeah.
because there's this skin. Right?
Yeah, there's some skin. That is what he just said, because I don't know what it's called.
It's called a membrane.
Membrane.
And so that forms first, and so it's like basically a water balloon
Mm-hmm.
going through the system, and then right near the end, the shell is formed. And it forms before she lays the egg, and it is formed out of calcium, the same thing our bones are made out of.
But I also wonder, how does the chicken even, why does it take so long for the chicken to lay one egg?
It actually doesn't take very long to lay the egg. It takes a long time to make the egg. It takes 24 hours to make the egg.
So they probably make the egg during the day, and in the morning of the next day they lay it, and then they start that over. Right after they lay the egg, it starts over, and then the next morning they lay another egg.
That's actually perfect. That's exactly what happens. Except it doesn't always happen in the morning.
Yeah.
Every chicken has its own time when it lays its egg, but it does lay it pretty around much around the same time every day, one egg.
We have 3 chickens, so we get 3 eggs a day.
But none of them are fertilized because we don't have a rooster, so we can eat them just like Safeway eggs. And they're really, really good. And let's light up an egg.
Oh,
Let's
you're
go to a
putting
jar-
your hand in front of my face.
I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah.
So you probably can't see us because we're in a dark room. So now we're going to turn on the flashlight.
And what I do is I put the egg on top of my hand, closing off the flashlight, and then when I turn the flashlight on, you can see inside the egg. Just hold that still, okay? There you go.
It's like a night light.
The reason I'm doing this is because once they start growing, we'll see changes inside here. We'll see actually something growing and starting to get darker and darker.
That's kind of creepy.
It is kind of creepy. Wait till we do it. It actually really, you can see the veins and it throbbing and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. So we're going to do that. Day 14, that's an important day. We're going to take them out and we're going to candle them. And we're going to actually see if anything's growing. That's when we actually will know whether or not it's developing properly. On April 29th, we're going to be checking these eggs again. And we're going to see if they're growing. All right. Have a great day, and we'll see you next episode.
A morning with Mr. Kolton.
Mornings with Mr. Kolton.